We can do this. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like me. There's a Stewart reference for you, for SNL fans out there. We're one win away. All we gotta do is win episode 4 as the witch. What have we learned so far? Not that much. You can tell it's a new day. You know how you know it's a new day? Because it's a new shirt. New shirt equals new day. It's just science, sweetheart. Step 1, I think our opening game loop is fine in my opinion. Step 1 is do as much damage like via infliction as possible. Like if we can just get 2 of these out there, we have you killed. Step 2 is get a guaranteed damage dealer and get that out there as soon as possible. I'm open to the idea, like magic missile is basically what we want. And I think we still prefer to have magic missile as opposed to cauldron, but people might be kicking our tires and saying that's not the right way to handle it, but it is a very reliable, easy damage source that requires merely a single die. I don't know what to say. Very surprising in my mind to have rolled 6 dices that were exclusively over 3, but hey, it happens. We still got there. We still got our limit break back. Give me shock this time. We've had a lot of frost opportunities. We haven't had a lot of shock opportunities. I think I would rather have shock be out there by default. It does still require an even, so it's very similar. And that's not even nudge, brothers, so I'm feeling okay. And yeah, I'm open to the idea of having upgraded slots instead of prepared slots. We want to fight the wizard. He's a pain in the butt, and I hate him. 664. You definitely love this. Shock is on 5. I think we re-roll our 4s. We're not that invested in the 4s. You get the 5s instead. Then we got a 3 and a 4. We could put up 3 shield, or we could do 5 more damage. And that's where I stand on that one. Didn't shock the poison, unfortunately. But taking a little damage, it's probably not likely we're going to kill him this time. Let's see. Let's see what we get here. A 6. We're gonna kill him this time. We're gonna kill him this easily. We're gonna kill him easily. Okay, that was very good. I don't think Hall of Mirrors is the play, but I have to admit, the more I lose over and over again, the more I start to come to terms with the fact that maybe I don't fully understand the right way to win as the witch on episode 4. In a normal circumstance, I've won as the witch before. Definitely the hardest character for us to have won with, but I think the central premise I'm adhering to for the most part here is merely, and one shock worked very well for us there, thankfully, is the most important thing. You hate to see it. Is to ensure that you always have some kind of reliable damage source out there. You don't like to see the 6, but on the other hand, at least you rolled 2 evens. So I think we'll do this. Remember, the maximum damage we could take in a single turn is 11. So we shouldn't have to limit break. It was not 11, by the way. It's 13. Luckily, that didn't come to pass. We gambled. There's a lot of gambling in this game, and we gambled and we came out ahead. Let's try an upgraded spell slot this time. So we know our first spell that we create is gonna go on the bottom right now. We probably do want a crystal ball. We got a 6. That's beautiful news. What do we want to put in that bottom slot? Probably electric shock. Literally, it's the same premise. So that's not a great upgrade. I'm just being honest. We can at least do that. Then we got 2, 3, 3. I think it's a pretty simple one. You might as well, let's throw the dice, okay? We could probably get to lethal on that. 2 odds is a beautiful situation. We'll have 1 blinded dice and no other penalties. Totally fine. Blank 5, 3. Might as well see if this is an even. It's not. It's an odd. So we'll... 5 is good enough. Probably toss that in there. What kind of odd is it? I was hoping it would be Cauldron. I'm actually going to put it in this slot so we can get multiple uses out of it. If it hits and comes out even, we kill you. It didn't, but the other... We would have left you on 1 HP regardless, so, you know, it's up to you. Figured that would probably be the case, so we take a little damage, which... Whoops. Take a little damage, which is largely inconsequential, because of the fact that we're going to get full HP when we leave the floor anyway, thanks to the apples. Right now, everything's going hunky-dory. I think Shock is arguably the best of all the possible status effects, so I'm feeling okay in that department, but we're only, you know, 5 minutes into the run. 664. You like to see it. I think this is a rare situation where we actually will Hall of Mirrors here, because we rolled like the exact right confluence of evens. 1 shock, it's not really going to slow you down. 2 shock gives us a much better odds, I should say, but it's tough to swing, of course. So I think we definitely just like a 6 right there. I think we like a Cauldron, and we'll start spending a little. It's a lot of burn, don't get me wrong. So we can get shock out there again. 2 shock is good. We don't need any more shock. I think I'll just throw the burn dice at you. That's another 6 damage. And you rolled enough evens that you're going to get out of this, and you're going to do a lot of damage. But you had to roll this many evens to get out of this and do a bunch of damage. So I think we would consider ourselves pretty pleased with this. I mean, we didn't have control over the fact that you rolled well, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So go ahead and toss a 4 in there. Might as well just throw a 3 at that. Worked out absolutely perfectly. Still chunking. I think that was a good fight for us, because it indicated that, you know... Well, I mean, just to... No, ignore it. Just to be honest with you, I think that things went really badly there, from a RNG dice roll standpoint, and we still came out not really feeling that bad. And this guy's weak to shock, so he's in a world of hurt. Might as well try Magic Shield on... Oh, no, it's not Magic Shield, it's Magic Missile. Yeah, it still requires an even, unfortunately, so we might not have wished to put it there. You're still going to get 1 out of this, but you are weak to shock. It's good to know. Beautiful. So forget that. This is just strictly better. So we are going to level up, unless we die, but... Being realistic, that's pretty much inconceivable. This guy really is weak to shock. You know, this is gonna seem weird, but I buy into it. Should have put it on top of the previous one. Yeah. 1 shock slows him way down. It's okay. I mean, I don't like it any more than you like it, but... Just a single even, just for the record. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You had me slightly twisted up there. Doppel dice or duplicate. It's hard for me to not take duplicate, and there's so many. I mean, I guess you don't care about infliction. Basically, all of your other options are just better than infliction. I don't think skeleton key makes any sense. Are we still happy with our setup? I think now we could probably get a second prepared slot and throw a duplicate in there. So let's start here. That's a big one. And then I do think you'd like an electric shock there. Duplicate will not really work for us here. Magic Missile will, though. So this is as good as it gets. It's as good as it gets. We like the shock. We like the shock. There's only 6 damage, but 2 shock probably slows you down a little. Well, slows you down completely, apparently. Mostly because you chose to not do anything useful there, but that's okay. So this is a bit of a war of attrition here, as long as we're not rolling exclusively evens, but we're trying. So far, so good. You know, when it works, it works. So we like the shock. We like this. We should have done that in a different... order. We should have put the 4 in the spot instead of the 2. But that's okay. I think it's a very good and easy fight right now. The shock should be irrelevant. That's just mostly lucky. And we started with a limit break, which gave us a lot of momentum. A lot of shutdown potential. Definitely think you are okay buying that. Alright. So this next level, we do have a rotten apple. That's frustrating, because we can't fight the rotten apple last. But we can fight the rotten apple without healing, which is, I mean, not as good. But still useful. Okay, so do me a favor and toss the 5 in here. You could dupe the 4. Which I actually think it gives you dupe for 1, which is useful. Then it also gives you a 4, which has now become a 5. And what do you do with a 5? I think we would like an extra shock out there, to be honest. 1 shock is probably not going to slow you down too much here, given your equipment, but it is what it is. We're going to get a lot of limit breaks here. No 6s. That's a bummer. So let's dupe the 4 early. Then I think we want to get rid of the 1. Want to get rid of the 1. Put this in here. I think we want to get rid of the... I get we could dupe more, but I don't think it's that relevant. I think we want to get rid of the 3. We're looking for high evens. So we're really going for lethal next turn. Sounds good to me. We've confused him. That's the nicest thing we could have asked for. So we got, oh, we got him. And that duplicate did us wonders there. We get 1 even, we get 2 evens. We get 1 6, we got 2 6s. This is a great situation. So I think you just see what you get here. Repeat next attack is very interesting. To get double shock, but it takes up 2 spaces. You could put it on a prepared slot, but I don't buy it right now. You definitely fight Rotten Apple before you heal. That would be a huge mistake, potentially like a game-ending mistake. I think you put this in the even... Nah, we might as well put it here for now. And shocking 1 piece of equipment against this guy helps out a lot. Shocking 2 helps out, well, roughly the same amount, to be honest. Him being upgraded is a bit of a bummer, I'll admit. Guess you might as well get 1 more out there. He's gonna be slow, but he can still do 3 damage per turn. It's not nothing. It shouldn't be enough, but it's not nothing. I think we should limit break if we don't have lethal. And I don't think we have lethal. So I think this is a good... Unless we can... Hold on. Let's try this first with a duplicate, because that's our main damage engine. Then we have 664. That's lethal. And we can save our limit break. Okay. So this is... It's not a very elegant plan. Actually, that's the opposite. It's an extremely elegant plan. Literally, all we do is shock. I'm trying to think, Rhino Beetle. You only have 2 attacks, so shock should work pretty nicely here. We still got to be fast. That's not... I mean, that's obvious, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think we do want to go for the dupes here. And I think you definitely still dupe a 6. We love this, but then the thing is you just go here. I think we actually would put a 6 in there. I'm gonna put up a little shield. I know it's weird. We only have 1 damage ability out there. We could have put out another magic missile, but this is gonna hurt. But I'm very glad we put a shield, to be honest. We don't want to do that maybe every turn, but I'm happy with it for now. So what we really want to do... No, I don't want a magic shield anymore. Dang it, dude. I mean, what I really want to do is pivot to magic missiles and, you know, start doing some real damage, but we're going to get our limit break. No, we're not going to get our limit break. We got big moves. Hold on, do we really want to, maybe we want to dupe something else here? Maybe we want to dupe a 1? You can't dupe a 1. Dummy. So start here. Go here. I think we do want to add the shield, but I'm going to start with a little cauldron setup here, and then I'm going to dupe this just for an extra die. 3 is actually more helpful, I think, so we get that out there. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not really making progress here. I'm a little frightened that I've waited too long. You will not... You probably won't kill me next turn. We have infinite dice. We also, finally, for the first time in my life, have gotten another 5, which gives us the opportunity, finally, to get more than one shock. Now, hold on a second. I think now we pivot to 3-2, 3-2. We want one more 3 if possible. I think you'd actually dump the 5. We might not even need it, but... Okay, it never had to get this spicy, but I actually think we handled ourselves relatively well there. So this time I think we do want a prepared slot. But what would we take? Probably a cauldron? Or a duplicate, probably. Yeah. I don't see it. I'm kind of happy with what we have. We kind of used everything in that last setup. Yeah, duplicate seems like a big accelerator for us. Cornelius is a fight where we might want to try to out-accelerate him. If possible, you'd probably rather fight Cornelius last because your HP is not relevant against him. But if you fight him first, it's not relevant either. You know what I mean? What happens if you put Magic Shield here? It's just a slightly better version of Magic Shield. Understood. So this is actually like a pretty bad roll for us. Or pretty bad decision, I should say. What are we doing here? Doubles, probably. And then nothing? Oh, then dodge. Because we're silenced, and you're gonna dodge. I can't cast any more spells. Unless I spend 2 dice. Okay. Alright, sure. I'll bite. We're not gonna get it back. So you know, very surprisingly from my standpoint, that was a great turn for him. Luckily, he did not roll doubles this time, so he will dodge, he will hit me, and that's it. It's not great, but... Okay, Dupe got completely screwed. It's alright, 1 shock. Oh, but he dodged! Of course he dodged. Okay, 3 damage, silence. Sorry, I kind of like the spells we got out there. It's not great right now, to be honest. So he's got dodge. We just need to do something. Okay, this is... Thank you. And then, honestly, do me a favor and just dodge that one. I really appreciate it. At least we shocked once. My friend rolled doubles again. Will he? He will. Okay, on the bright side, no dodge this time, so at least we actually get to use our dice. It's a surprising benefit. Okay, you know what? 1 and 4, you're not that useful here. Crystal ball, please. Okay, now that we're out, I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man. Give him a shock. Why don't you go ahead and give him another shock? Why don't you go ahead? Give him a 3rd shot. Now, hopefully this moves the economy into our favor, and we don't end up suffering the same fate. All he's gonna do is silence 3 damage. Look, it's bad, but it's not as bad. Now we got a good thing going on here. We finally got out of our nightmare zone. I love that he's rolling triples. It's beautiful. Wouldn't you say, Tomo? Now he needs triples to break the curse and the shock, and he's getting it done every time. On the bright side, at least he's not dodging, so like we can pride ourselves on that working out okay for us. Doubles, huh? Now, you love to see it. At least he's not doing weakness this time. So we have to hit him. I don't think it's gonna be possible, but go ahead and lose the... It doesn't matter. Just start here. Can't throw the dice. My lord. 2 sets of doubles. That's just beautiful. I bet you're real proud of yourself. I bet you're real freaking proud of yourself. You're ruined. A nice young man's the Dicey Dungeons run. Just by being a piece of trash. Just by being a piece of trash. Okay, what do you got here? Honestly, very nice. This might be a good time to fight Cornelius, and the whole thing is, you know, we've just gotta beat him, we'll take 0 damage, and then we get something after him. This is a big crystal ball moment for me. I think you definitely have to get more dice. Actually, putting 1 shock on him buys us a lot of time as well. I still think we'd like to keep Hall of Mirrors down here. We don't need a shield at all, so let's not be dumb about that. We also don't need 2 shocks, so I guess, you know, to get a little extra damage out of it is fine. I think shock should body this guy pretty hard, but I still think we also do like gaining extra dice. So I think we'll do this. This does put us in a weird spot, I'll admit. We're not shocking him this time. Life goes on. You know, I'm gonna make a gamble here that the shock is kind of worth more for us right now, and that that we have enough dice to probably have made the pivot, and we can get back to it here if we just roll a natural 6, which we did. So I think you dupe the 6. You probably try to get back down to brass tacks. Something along these lines. You know, we're getting stronger every time. He's getting stronger every time. I think we've built a run that should stop him pretty easily, but there is a small amount of fright, I suppose. This time, I think you do something like this, and then you start to get a cauldron out here. You're looking for evens. Okay. Basically, let's pivot to damage at this point. That was a really bad turn for us, but come on, Cornelius. 50 on technically 4 dice. We're still a decent ways away from running into real danger, I think. So we like a 6. We like a 6 and a 5, and then maybe a little quick cauldron on the 3 here. Make it a 4. Make it a 5. Quick shock for 5. That was a pretty good turn. Sorry, hit my microphone. Yikes. Yikes. Well, it all comes down to this turn. Are you going to roll enough on a limited number of dice? Absolutely not. So I will have you, and that's I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for that. I'm just looking at it now, and I'm like, yeah, we got you, right? Yeah, okay. Yikes. Things got spice there, despite our seeming, you know, myriad advantages. This is it, basically. You gotta beat the Banshee, and then you gotta beat the Snowman. The less damage we could take against the Banshee, the better our life would be, by far. And this seems like an enemy that basically is just designed to destroy us. Which is frustrating, but, you know, we still managed to make a pretty good go of it on turn 1 with the shocks, at least. What are you gonna go for? Silence? Okay. Silence is bad. Curse is bad. This is a bad setup for me. Let's start low. Totally fair. At least I hit you. Please, God, don't curse me. You want to see no low rolls. That's a strange situation. We're still silenced, which is really terrible. I don't think we can beat this enemy. I don't know if anybody can beat this enemy. We're not cursed, at least. That's our only way out here. Did it have to just be 4s and 3s? Like... What are you doing? Where are we going here? Of course. The Banshee is too strong. There's just nothing to be done. We are cursed. Had a feeling something like that was probably on the horizon. I think if you see a low roll, you want to see many low rolls. So I guess I'm thankful for this. We're screwed though. We have to fight an enemy after this. At least we're cursed but not silenced this time. You know. It actually worked. Oh my god. Okay, at least we got a shock out there. Thank you for not freezing me, I guess, but I'm like, okay, we're gonna be cursed. I don't think we have a limit break. Kinda gotta try. Not a surprise at all. Right, yes, okay, that makes perfect sense. And yet another impotent witch run as the Dicey Dungeons peters out towards bizarrely unsatisfying ending against an enemy with whom hope only equaled folly. Just slightly away from that limit break, huh? You might as well just kill me. All right. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. I'll be back because I'm an idiot. And I'll see you next time. See ya.